I'm sitting here with my good friend Chad Lacefield, and at the ministry we talk a lot about legacy, we talk about community, and for me I try to collect people. One saying is this: you become like the 5 people that you hang out the most. So I want to collect people that are better than me in an area, and he has been endowed with a gift from God about discipline, but he didn't leave that little seed there, he grew it. So I want to interview you on this. You're a businessman, Chad. I know your background. You knew what it was to just be a worker, working hard, cutting hay. You knew what it was to get promoted into sales. You know what it is to own your own business, to sell that business, go work for a large international company. How would you and what would you say about discipline as it applies to us as Christian men, how we can apply that principle in our life?
I think so many times we look at the word discipline and we revert it back to when we were kids. And we hear discipline and we almost see it as a negative. But the reality is discipline is just really being intentional with what we do each day. And so in that, what I love about it is we choose to have 2 sides, either our family or our work life. But I've incorporated discipline in both. You can use discipline at home and in work and it be healthy. And in that, what we do is we all have 24 hours in a day. And Mark, I recently just got to coach a kid that works for me, and he was like, Chad, he goes, I work hard. He's probably one of our best managers in the company, but he sleeps late. He gets there a lot later than I like for folks to get to work, but he also stays late. But he's telling me about his life and his family, and through this, he's missing out on his family. And so what I got to share with him is that there's 24 hours in a day. And we get to choose with what we do with that 24 hours. So in being disciplined in our time, what that allows us to do is we have to choose God, our family, and work. And where does that fit in that time? So I had to encourage him to get up early and leave the office early so that he wasn't missing out on his young kids as they grow up. And what that does, that affects our legacy. And so when we bring discipline in our life, look at it as a positive. How do we discipline ourselves so that we're getting the most out of each opportunity that God's put in front of us?
So when he talks about discipline, I think it's in the Christian world, it's in every world. When you hear that word discipline, you're like, oh gosh, I do, and I did. And he's affected me in many ways. One of the ways that he's affected me, I watched the way Chad organizes a binder and keeps a checklist. And I told myself, we're on a hunting trip together, and I watched the way he did it, and I said, Mark, you got a choice and take a step to be better and discipline yourself. So I applied what he did, and it's helped me tremendously in my life. So the whole point of this is we want to share and grow in community, but we can see what God's doing in someone else's life, but we have to take a step and apply that discipline in our life, and it shapes our personal life, our family life, our work life, our community life, and our church life. I hope you've enjoyed this little talk today.